Okay, this video is the second part of the faculty functionality in the online education system, ItsMySchool. In the previous video I covered the assignments, course information, learning activities, and course options. And to finish up, I'm going to cover the course settings, user management, and assignment file management. Okay, the course settings you can read through there. It gave you the ability to archive your course, to choose the number and type of assignments for a course, to choose the number and types of tests, to determine whether the forums and announcements were graded and how they are assigned, and choose which categories are searchable on your site. So if you took a look at the previous videos for the students, this will kind of gives you an idea of where I was able to set all that up. And so this drop-down list box was automatically populated with all the courses that were archived or active. You can see the button there. If I clicked on the active button, then it would display all active courses. If I chose the archive, then it would show all archived courses. So at any rate, there the left tab is listed out there, and shows you essentially what was able to be controlled in this area, in this section. I remember back writing this, some of the key points is that when you're creating a course, you needed to have the ability to, obviously set the number and types of assignments, because the left hand bar that was automatically generated, obviously that wasn't done by magic, and this is where as a course instructor you'd set this up. And then also I didn't mention, but on the announcement side, and I didn't mention it because I actually forgot, the announcements also I would assign extra credit points. The key thing about a course, that for me anyway as an instructor, I like to keep them fun, and I thought that it would be fun for students to post announcements, and I thought that the benefit to that is it just it encourages more of a community atmosphere in the class. And so what I did is I told students that if they posted announcements for other students that were related to student activities and things, that they would get a point. Now this relates back a little bit for me. When I was in college at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, I was extremely active in student activities. I served as a membership chairman in a couple of societies, vice president and president, and others. And so I really enjoyed that experience, and so this is kind of bar out my desire to promote that. The other thing is the the forums that I described before. The same thing. I wanted students to help each other, and I knew that, again, that was based on past experience for me as well. I did a lot of tutoring when I was in college, and the funny thing that for me that I noticed when I was tutoring other engineering students was that I would gain additional little tidbits on the material myself as I'd go through and help others, and so that that really was a big part of the forums, is that I wanted the students to actually learn the material better by helping others, and so the point system was set up for that. Okay, the next section was user management. The system that MATC, which is a college that I was teaching at, they used Blackboard, and they also had their own enrollment system, and in order for me to manage my students, obviously I had to have the ability to enroll them in my courses on the site, and so the user management piece here was extremely powerful. It was very, very efficient. It had a lot of search capabilities, so I could manage all the students extremely easily in all my courses. Later with .NET, this kind of led to a lot of work for me with other clients, because obviously web portals need to have the ability to have powerful user management systems, as well as the ability to automate as much of that activity as possible to reduce the load and expense for the company. And so obviously, since I was using this and it was working perfectly for me, after writing it and getting to use it in the first semester, I learned some things that I needed to tweak, and I did, and after that it worked great. And my students liked it. They had full control to manage their accounts, as well as reset and restore their login information in a very secure way. And when I wrote it so it matched Yahoo and their system at the time, and I still use that system, and so does Yahoo. So at any rate, that was a nice piece, and here's a screen clip or capture that shows some of what you can do. I could search by user. I could do it alphabetically. I could list them all, and if I listed them all, I was really big on the little chiclet grid that I've talked about, and the nice thing about that is that by course it would list out a grid of all the students, and I could then just very quickly identify their name, click on their name, and then get all the account information. I could also, for all my courses, I could do it alphabetically and so on. It's just very easy to work with. Okay, the last piece, assignment file management. This portion gave me the ability to lock the individual files. So when you think about the assignments, you need to have the ability to permit students to have extra time. Let's say they had a death in the family, a child was sick, they were sick, and the assignment was due on Friday, and they were sick on Thursday and Friday, and so they needed extra time, and so the system had to account for that. And the way I did that was I had this again, it was chiclet based, and so you basically you click on the individual past due, it would show a grid of all the students, and then you would just click on one and then set the new date that you wanted to permit them to upload, and then only they would be impacted. And then there's other times where for the students they were either behind because of other classes, or assignment I had might have been a little bit more difficult than I anticipated, and so I could very easily permit all the students to have additional time, and then I just click the all past due tab and set the new date, and there you go. And then I also obviously had to have the ability to relock down, so I called that the reset, so you can see the two different resets that were there. Let's see. This is also a section, it's got a heading of evaluation, so I would often show this to students in the class. I would click the attendance tab first, and I would have that up on the screen as the students walked in, and as they sat down, I would click on their little chiclet square, and it would turn light blue, and for MATC, the students were required to attend. They had small classes, anywhere 15 to 20 students. And as a rule for the school, the students, if you were absent, then they would want to check up and follow up with the student to find out why they weren't attending. So it was a good school. They had a lot of interactions with the students. But at any rate, so I had this little chiclet that would be up there, and I'd just click on them one by one. And the students liked it because they would actually look up and see if their name was clicked. And what I would do sometimes is on purpose, I wouldn't click a couple, and then I'd wait to see if they would remind me, and then I'd click on it. But anyway, that was kind of just something fun to do. Also, the extra credit tab, same thing. There's a little chiclet that would show up, and what this allowed me to do is that in the class, some of the students would really be helping out other students and so on, and giving a lot of good positive reinforcement that would help out the whole class. And so I would I'd sign them extra credit, and every night, and I wouldn't tell them when I would do it, but obviously I'd have this thing up, and sometimes anyway I'd have it up and on the overhead, and I'd click on their name and they'd get a point, and it was just kind of funny because it's like a couple of times students say, I didn't want extra credit, and I just say, oh, that's too bad for you, you're getting it whether you like it or not. And so it basically add to the overall positive environment. Let's see, all scores. This allowed me to just easily view all the different scores for all the students. I also had the ability to manage all the test scores. And the thing that was that was neat, and it looks like some of this is cut off, is that students often wanted to know instantly when things were done. You just had those types of students, and they wanted to be notified of that. And so what I did is I built in a notification system that every time I graded an assignment of a student, part of the user management piece, the students had to have an email that was valid. And so I would finish their assignment, and as soon as I was done with their assignment, the system would automatically generate an email telling them that their assignment was done, and then come to the site and check out their grade. And so there's those kind of things are just fun to do, but they were part of the system. Okay, well this wraps up the faculty piece. There's a lot of other things that were in it, but that's all I'm going to cover in this video. And hopefully you'll understand that a big part of the application ItsMySchool, actually, it was built and designed not as an application to make money, but an application to make things better for the students and better for the faculty, so the classroom environment would be a positive experience. And that was my ultimate goal for it. And what transpired is the students, through their encouragement and telling me to put in all the features that Blackboard had for online education, I went ahead and did it. And so that's essentially what drove the entire app and got my company started. Well, I hope you enjoyed all the videos, and please take a look at the videos for my new social collaboration portal. Thank you for your time.